Greeting from Snake Mountain Boatworks on Wednesday, July 11, 2018. Here's an update on the varnish finishing and polishing and buffing that John has engaged on the 1946 22-foot Brightside Chris-Craft U22. I will simply hand it over to John and let him take you through what he's done for the last week or so.
Well, I've already sanded the outside of the hull. I started sanding it with 600 grit wet sand using a flat block in 600 grit sandpaper. I use this block so that I can get it as flat as possible. I went over it, the sides actually, I went over the sides 3 times with the 600, and then I went on to 800, went over it once with 800, and then I went over it with 1,000. Then I went over it with 1,200 with this block, keeping in mind that the flatter the finish, the better the shine. So I stayed away from the orbital as long as I could. I got to the 1,500, and I moved on to the orbital sander with a soft pad, so that it would move with the side of the boat rather than making flat spots in the side of the boat. And I used a Mirka wet sanding pad. Then I went on to, after the 1,500, I went on to 2,000 grit. Then I did 3,000 grit. And then we actually did a 5,000 grit sanding, hoping that we can get a lot nicer shine with the buffing than what we have been getting. And we have been going to 3,000 grit and then buffing it out, but this time I'm trying the 5,000. So I did the sides, and now I'm masking the sides off, and we put a full cover on the inside of the boat to keep the wet sanding from splashing inside the boat and the buffing compound from getting all over everything, because the inside of the boat has finished ceilings in it. The motor's all painted up. The bilge is all painted. No sense in getting any white dust or white compound on anything at this point. So that's where we're at. So you've done the aft deck and transom was 600, right? The aft deck has been hit with 600. The transom is actually right out to 5,000 also. Okay. So we are on the aft deck. Once over with 600. I've got to do the gunnels in the foredeck and the cover and the seat pieces with starting right out with 600. So that's where we're at, is working on the decks. Well, fortunately this hideous heat has broken a little bit, John, so you're not going to be dying inside of here. Maybe that'll be good. Yeah. John didn't really have to reach for a while very much for the bucket of water, because the sweat was just rolling off. It was, I think it finally got to 87 in here, and it's kind of put a full stop on varnishing, but not a full stop on preparing the surface for the eventual buffing with the buffing cream that we'll be using at the end. Yeah, we'll probably shoot another video as we move into the buffing. All right, let's say goodbye for now on this update on the final stages of the preservation of this beautiful 1946 Chris-Craft Brightside U22. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boatworks.